Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is part 2 of 12 in a limited series of The Power of the Dark Crystal. This is the unmade and cancelled sequel to the original film. So as I said, this is part 2 of 12. If you missed part 1, please do check out the link above. But let's get right into the story, shall we? So we open with the fireling being dubbed a heretic after she asked for a shard of the dark crystal, to which she astutely and curtly replies, "Don't shout at me. You all heard the demon. It wants to shatter the crystal, to restore the dark powers of the past and diminish the peace of the Gelfling nation. Surely the foulest crime imaginable. Stop shouting. Guards, seize her." I said, "Stop shouting." And with that, there is a burst of flame. The blessings of the crystal upon any Gelfling who seizes this monster. Volunteers. The minder of the crystal continues, raging and ranting, demanding that someone seizes the fireling. Now the reaction is actually quite understandable, albeit a little bit dramatic. The fireling's request to shatter the crystal would obviously strike fear in any Gelfling heart, as the Gelflings were all but wiped out. Because of that and the Skeksis, no one would want the Crystal of Truth, or Crystal of Light as it is now known, to return to the shattered state. And all we get from afar is, sorry to interrupt, but should I still be watching the Pilgrim Gates, sirs? There's nobody left out there. It would seem the young Gelfling, the one that gave the podlings the offering to the crystal, has returned. It's a little cold for this time of year, but I didn't want to shut the gate without asking, so the boy's already deformed by the pox. What's one more scar? Acolyte, seize this intruder immediately. And as the apparently deformed Gelfling by pox approaches the young fireling, he just holds out a hand and just asks, "Would you mind awfully coming with me, miss? Therma. My name is Therma, and I'm Kensho." And with that, we know that the fireling is Therma, and we know that this Gelfling is Kensho. Therma, I'm sorry, but I feel like I already know you somehow. And because they have connected hands, we are well aware that they have fire fasted. And this is something which Therma explains. My people, we can connect through a fire fast. Is that like dream fasting? I know we can't with Gelfling, but maybe. More heresy! Dream fasting is a sacred bond between Gelfling and Gelfling, a gift from the crystal. By its grace, our own rulers are joined in eternal communion. This fire fast is devilry. Do you smell cooking? Kensho replies. And so it would appear that Kensho has unfortunately been holding Therma's hand this entire time. And a fireling is clearly on fire, and so his hand is burned. To which the minder of the crystal uses this as all the evidence he needs and says, "Told you so, it is devilry." But Jen and Kira, the child's hurt. Somebody help him. And explain now what's been going on since we last awoke. It would seem that they've actually been asleep for some time in this eternal communion that the minder of the crystal spoke of. Your graces, please, I assure you, it's nothing. Fizzgig! Fizzgig, as we already know, is clearly still very much Fizzgig. It's no concern, great ones. We need merely increase the offerings. The lands are bounteous. The clans flourish. That's not exactly true, Kensho says. Sorry. Silence, Acolyte! How dare you address the great elders of Thra? Let the child speak, Kira says. And in this interaction, we can see that Kira and Jen don't appear to be their usual selves. This is not the kind Kira and loving Jen that we left in the Dark Crystal. These are changed. Whatever it is that has happened to them, their character is spoiled. They appear to have altered themselves in some way, shape or form. Potentially over the years or just from their great slumber. But great lords, everyone knows this boy is a troublemaker. He questions everything, neglects the rituals. We want to hear him speak. I'm sorry, I don't want to be bad, but the land is failing. I've seen it. And he explains, travel more than a day from the castle and the soil grows cold. The roots are brittle and the animals are gone. And every day the pilgrims come with sickness and starvation. The clans try their best, I promise, to keep the ways to honour the light you restored. But it's as if Thra itself is sick. And Kira addresses the guard of the crystal. Well, bring me the scepter of the bats, he says. There, you see, the forest clan is busy with the nut harvest. The brindlisks catch judflies in the shallows, the lunarkin prepare for the great migration, and the podfolk gather songweeds for the Nebri dairies. All is as bright and bounteous as ever. The crystal bats cannot lie, great elders. Whatever they look upon, we see. But it would appear there is a lie ahead. All we can see here is a very small section of Thra. The child is mistaken. He'll have to be disciplined. Don't you hurt him. He hasn't harmed anybody. And again, with this interaction, Jen and Kira are awfully quiet. Very, very surprising. And again, a massive change of character. Quiet, heretic, or it's more water for you. Just you try it and... Therma is interrupted. No disciplining, no water. In fact, nobody do anything. And we see who has joined and interrupted everyone. It is the great Augra. Yes, that. Filing, is it? Lucky she didn't burn down the whole castle. It's true then, Augra. There are people living inside Thra. Why didn't you tell us? Maybe I did. Maybe you weren't listening. Did you think of that? Did you? Maybe we all forgot. Here, filing. Stone shoes. No more burning bridges. As she hands Therma stone shoes. She says her people will die without a piece of the crystal. Is she right? Don't know. Not up to me, is it? Not anymore. Gelfling's in charge now. Flags and formalities. That's all it is. That's all it looks like. Nobody asks Augra. And this really is the same old Augra we last left in the Dark Crystal. A shame that Jen and Kira did not follow suit and stay true to their values. We're asking now, old friend. You, Fire Girl, come on then. Don't you know there's study to do? Questions to answer? Hey, wait, not without Kensho. He's hurt. It's my fault. As Augra and Therma exchange, Augra has summoned up some vines. She is planning to take Therma up to her tower. Impossible. He's indentured into castle service. We'll tend to him Quiet, stinkbrain. Bring him. What? And with that, Augra has spoken. She wants Kensho and Therma. That's what you're thinking. Lenses and levers and mirrors of moonmelt, huh? The light, that's what. From the crystal. Focused here. Sit still, Gelfling. Let it heal you. But Madam Sage, I'm sorry it won't work. All these other scars, that what you mean, Gelfling? Tried to heal them before, have you? How did you get them, Kensho? It was the blight. It came for my clan. First the crops failed, the herds died, and then the shadow fingers. The elders thought they could burn off the fruits, stop the spread, and for me it worked. The fire saved me. But the rest, in the end, we came to the castle. What else could we do? But they said our offerings weren't enough, not if we all wanted to feel the crystal's light. So, take me. I'll serve. I'll serve here as long as you want. Just please, help them. And with this, we see what the Gelfling have become. Ritualistic, but not kind-hearted like Jen and Kira were in the original Dark Crystal. The tales of their bravery and kindness seem lost on the other Gelfling. Kensho saved his entire clan, but with it had to work at the castle, leaving them behind, with duties to attend to. Those scars, they're part of you, Gelfling. Why would the crystal fix what makes you, you, Doesn't mean it won't heal what it can. You don't understand, the crystal can't help my hand either. I have no offering to give. Poor fool. You're not in debt, Gelfling. You never were. Crystal shines upon all. Good, bad, simple, kind, cruel. Offering or no offering. And with that, Kensho learns a harsh lesson. Whatever has been happening in the land of Thra is all lies. Now, tell me everything, girl of fire. There's a place that was happy once. When I was tiny, I used to hear the plasmi singing in the flare fall. I used to chase the Shekta fry steaming in the lava basins. Well, the lava's rock now, the Shekta are frozen and grey, and the plasmi, they scream instead of sing. The world inside Thra is dying. The mother sun turns cold and dark, and as it dies, we die. The Ember Queens, my own mother, they gave me almost all their strength so I could survive in this cold world, so I could blaze a trail here. Saw it. Might have burned half the land, Fireling, just to get here. But the water, they drenched me. Look how dimly I burn. I can't race like I did. It's a 3-day journey to get home, and I don't know if I have the heart. Please, there's no time to lose. I have to shatter the crystal. I have to take a shard. Why are you whispering? Why's that? It's that Gelfling. He's kind. When our hands touched, I knew he's nice. The rest looked at me like I was a monster when I told them what I have to do. But don't want him knowing, eh? Guilty conscience, huh? Look, Therma, it worked. Praise the generous crystal. No prophecy for this problem, is there? No ancient law. You want to know what's needed, don't you? Say it. What's needed? I haven't got time. What's needed? Kensho interrupts Therma. New prophecy. That's what. Consult the stars. An Augur sits in her chair, beaming her third eye into the stars. Don't worry, Therma. Augra's very clever. She's loud, and she smells, and she talks like a mad person. How long will this take? Therma replies, getting impatient as she starts to burn dimly. She realises the task ahead is arduous and filled with obstacles. They say she spent a year like this once, trying to hear in colour. I don't have time for this. My family's in danger, and this old hag is slowing me down. I need to know more about the crystal. I'll help. And with that, Therma and Kensho set off through the castle. And he leads Therma down the depths of the castle to a room. It's right in here. But by the great fire. Are you alright? Kensho, what is this place? I can feel the terror, the flames sick with it. And in this room, we can see what Kensho was going to show Therma. We can see the swords that the Skeksis used to use in the trial by stone. We can see one of the staff that the mystics had. We can even see one of the scepters of the great emperor. Therma becomes erratic, becomes faint, demands Kensho to tell her what these things are. I'm sorry. I thought they'd help you learn about the crystal. They're meant to make sure we never forget, to keep us grateful. They're relics. Relics from the time when it was broken. That's the draining chair where they leech the vital essence of the people. The swords they used to vie for power. And the great scepter they used to command the Garthim legions. Kensho, who are they? The Skeksis, of course, as Therma and Kensho are interrupted by the Guardian of the Crystal, the fiends who ruled the shattered crystal. Those whose return we must strive daily to prevent. For this we make offerings to the Crystal of Light, and I don't think the offerings are actually vital for it to work, sirs. Kensho interrupts. Naked heresy! He condemns himself. We've had enough of your insubordination, Kensho. Your attempts to humiliate us before the great elders will fail. You are reassigned to the catacombs. Let's see how keen you are to share your opinions after thoughtful meditation. 3 years shoveling Tumbleloft dung. Eh? And Kensho does as he's told, despite Therma trying to step in, trying to stand up for him, trying to get Kensho to stand up for himself. He walks off, and as does the Fireling. And with this, we see the filing traipsing around the castle. But we also see Aughra. Bullies. Riddles from the stars, yes, new prophecy. When feeble shines what once was bright, and secret spheres succumb to night. If inward passes the slithered light, one world dies, another made right. Nothing you wouldn't do to save the people you love, Therma says. Slithered light passing inward, one world dies, the filing to save her world. And we see Therma grabbing a stone, jumping on the crystal of truth, the crystal of light, and she shatters it as Aughra rises and states, she'll end ours. Now we close part 2 with the crystal of truth, the crystal of light, purple, vast shapes of light, and a familiar sound of the Chamberlain.